You were so nice, and you stayed away for all of the filming, and now you want attention? Huh? You want attention now? Hi! For those of you who don't know, my name is Jillian Maria, and I'm self-publishing my debut novel, The Songbird's Refrain, in September. Now, I made this decision by taking a long, hard look at my 5 and 10-year plans, both for my day job and for my writing career, and then I did a lot of research into which publishing path would work for both me and the kinds of books I wanted to write. But while I was doing that research, I noticed a bit of a trend, and it was that both self-published and traditionally published authors seemed like they felt the need to defend their choice to the other side. And sometimes that defensiveness came out in a lot of negativity about the side that they weren't on. Now, this isn't me necessarily calling out one side or the other. I saw people on both sides of the equation do it, and I almost never saw it done with ill intent. It really does seem to come from a place of defensiveness and feeling like they need to defend themselves and their choices. So both self-publishing and traditional publishing have their pros and cons, but at the end of the day, one choice is not inherently wrong or bad. A choice might be wrong for a project or a certain author, but that doesn't make it wrong altogether. If you're choosing one publishing option because you hate the other one, you haven't done enough research yet. This is not me telling you to ignore the negative aspects of either self-publishing or traditional publishing. Both are a risk in their own way. Self-publishing is an investment that you may or may not see a return on, and traditional publishing requires putting a lot of trust in a team that may or may not earn it. I just think that there's a danger in making your ultimate final choice based on fear. For example, let's say that you choose self-publishing because you're scared of those mean, greedy publishers. Are you also excited by the idea of doing it all yourself? And are you ready to put in the effort and planning that it takes to self-publish a book? If you're motivated by fear of the traditional publishing world and not by these things are probably going to go poorly for you. On the other hand, let's say you choose traditional publishing because you think that self-publishing is stupid and no one can make any money that way. Are you also excited by the traditional publishing world? Are you a team player who loves working collaboratively with people? Are you the kind of person who thrives on deadlines and structure? If this isn't true and you're just doing it because you think it's the way things have to be done, I don't think you're gonna get your foot in the door. So this mentality is kind of how I approached my decision to self-publish. I took an honest look at the risks, and yes, there are risks, and decided that I'm the kind of person who would thrive better in the self-publishing world, and The Songbird's Refrain is the kind of book that would do well there too. The idea of learning more about the self-publishing world and how to market a book by myself excited me. Probably because I freelance and do contract work in my day job, and that's what I'm most comfortable with. I was also excited by the idea of being able to control my own schedule, because that's what I do in my day job too. I'm so used to setting my own deadlines that the idea of continuing to do so appealed to me. Having freedom in both areas of my life is important because I want to continue pursuing both my day job and my writing career, and I needed to be able to have complete control over both of these things to make that work. Now, I've been talking mostly about myself as a person, but I do want to say that the content of my novels did factor into the decision somewhat. I'm sort of hesitant to talk about it because I don't want to come across the wrong way, but here it goes. I write primarily about women who love women in genres that don't see a lot of that kind of thing. And I do not want to imply that you can't or that you should not traditionally publish these kinds of books. I have friends who are attempting to traditionally publish these kinds of books, and there are a lot of really wonderful people in the industry who want these books. It was just for me, personally, I wanted full control over how and when that was disclosed. For example, while I'm pretty open about this on social media, I wanted the back cover blurb and the cover to be safe for closeted people to have on their shelf. So the total control of self-publishing was also appealing to me for that reason. So that's why I made the decision I made. I'd love to hear about what publishing path you're pursuing and why. If you're unsure, I hope this video gave you a different angle to look at things while you're making that decision. Feel free to drop a comment below, or hit me up on social media if you want to talk about this. And I plan on making more videos like this, so go ahead and click the subscribe button. Alright, I think that's it. Did I do it? Did I do the author tube? Both self-publish... Where was I? Shit. I feel like the glare in my glasses is just gonna keep, it's fine, it's whatever. Publishing world, and not by these things, just fucking hair all over the place. Whatever, it's my first video. Be nice to me.